everyone, and welcome to the Week 3 edition of Instant Replay, where I give you my take on the most controversial calls of the weekend. I'm Simon Borg. We start with a scoreless draw between the Revs and the Impact at Gillette, but the home team was really hoping for 2 penalties late in this one. In the 85th minute, Diego Fagundes, perhaps slightly off balance, goes down easy after some contact from Donny Toya. Nothing there for me. Then 4 minutes later, Charlie Davies wanted to call in the box, but that's a great tackle by Victor Cabrera. The Impact were absorbing pressure late because they were down to 10 men after Hassoun Kamara was sent off in the 61st minute. He was already on a yellow when he goes in for the tug on Juan Agudelo. Automatic yellow there, his second, and Kamara knew it. But in my opinion, Kamara was also on the receiving end of a red cardable offense in the 29th minute, when it looks to me like Kellen Rowe kicks out at him on the ground. But after talking to his assistant, referee Edvin Jurasevich opts for only a yellow to Kamara for stopping a promising attack. Kamara really plays on the edge. In the 32nd minute, just 3 minutes after picking up that first yellow, look how he goes in on Rowe. That could have easily been a second yellow for reckless play. The red card issued in Philadelphia really changed the course of that match between the Union and FC Dallas, but it was warranted. It came in the 41st minute, and Zach Pfeffer goes in with a vicious elbow on Dallas's Mauro Diaz. Referee Jose Carlos Rivero has no choice. That play was as red as a Jim Curtin freckle. There was another play that caught my eye in this one, and it came in the 26th minute, when it looks like Michel stomps on the ankle of Sebastien Letou with the ball long gone. He gets a yellow for it, but could it have been more harshly punished? With the score already 2-0 Dallas against the 10-man Union, the home side wanted a penalty for this contact on Eric Ayuk in the box in the 75th minute, and I think they have a case. When you watch the slow-mo, it looks like Dallas right back Atiba Harris kicks Ayuk's plant foot to bring him down. I thought that was a PK. Rivero doesn't call it. If the Pfeffer red card made you gasp, we got another one for you from the Orlando-Vancouver game at the Citrus Bowl. It came in the 65th minute when Kekuta Mane goes in with the flying 2-footed lunge on Aurelien Collin. That's the definition of endangering the safety, but referee Jorge Gonzalez doesn't see it that way, only issues a yellow, and Collin can't believe it. Another Whitecap player had a borderline endangering the safety tackle as well. It was Gershon Kofi in the 22nd minute on Eric Avila. He goes in, studs up, and rakes Avila's Achilles and only gets a yellow for it. Ultimately, Vancouver had all 11 men on the field when they found their stoppage time winner from Octavio Rivero, who earlier in the match wanted a penalty. Orlando's defender Seb Hines definitely gets an arm on Rivero's shoulder, but he only hits the deck several steps later. Orlando's Kevin Molina also wanted a penalty in the 31st minute, but I think he just runs into the big man, Kendall Waston. Play on, says the ref, and I agree. Orlando manager Adrian Heath, well, he doesn't. The challenge by Steven Beitashour on Orlando's Pedro Ribeiro looks a lot less innocent to me. Beitashour just runs into him and knocks him off the ball. That's a penalty to me. Adrian, what do you think? Last play from this one. Second half in the Vancouver penalty box, and tell me what I just saw didn't really happen. That's Vancouver defender Diego Rodriguez and Collin, who's in some obvious pain. Not too many extracurriculars to speak of in the Sporting KC Portland match, which actually surprised many people. In fact, the first foul didn't happen until the 29th minute. The game finished 0-0, but there was a goal in this one, called back in the 33rd minute because of a Fernando Adi handball, which the replay tells us was rightly called. Assistant Andrew Bigelow had a pretty busy first half with offside calls on Adi in the 11th minute and Dairon Asprilla in the 17th. But I can't really spot the offside call on Asprilla in the 26th. Things got a little chippier in the second half. Look at how Marcel de Jong just rams into Adi off the ball, but referee Silvio Petrescu doesn't spot it. And then in the 69th minute, we see Roger Espinoza going in, studs up on Jack Dewsbury. Espinoza ends up getting the worst of it, but no cards shown by Petrescu. I think you could make an argument that the challenge endangered the safety. There were only 2 bookings on the day, and Portland's Diego Chara was one of them. But should he have gotten a second yellow for stopping this promising attack in the 89th minute? That looked like your prototypical tactical foul to me. Shea Facey got a late second yellow in the Colorado NYCFC match. It's totally legit. He whiffs on the ball and takes down Juan Ramirez just outside the box. When we slow it down, it's in fact just outside the box. Great eye by referee Sorin Stoica. The match finished 0-0, although NYCFC's David Villa put the ball in the back of the net in the 5th minute. But Villa's just a hair offside, and he's correctly flagged by assistant Jonathan Johnson. As for the home team, they felt they had grounds for a penalty on 2 occasions, and I'm with Dylan Powers on this 64th minute incident. You see how NYCFC's Andrew Jacobson pulls down on his jersey until the very last moment and prevents Powers from jumping up for what would have been a point-blank header. However, I'm less sympathetic with Colorado DP Gabi Torres in the 3rd minute of stoppage time. He goes down on his own. Houston's Giles Barnes got a yellow for trying to draw a penalty after just 5 minutes at StubHub Center. And it's a great call by referee Juan Guzman. There's no contact whatsoever. Just moments earlier, LA's Badjo Husidic went down in the box, and although we don't have a replay, it looks like he simply gets tangled up with Houston's Nate Sturgis in the box. Also tough to see was a clumsy David Horseplay in the box in the 33rd minute. Impossible to tell from the angle we have whether there was a handball on the play. Veteran forward Edson Buttle came into the match for his first minutes of the season in the 86th minute, but I think his appearance should have ended a minute later. He goes in, studs up on Jermaine Taylor here in a play that I think endangered the safety of his opponent. He doesn't even get a yellow. To San Jose in the official opening match at Avaya Stadium, and 3 stomps to show you. Could Quincy Amarikwa have avoided this stomp on Matias Perez Garcia? Would have taken some effort, but I think he could have. No card issued on the play by referee Ricardo Salazar. In the first half, Amarikwa's teammate, rookie Matt Polster, was shown a yellow for a stomp on Innocent Emehara, which we slow down here for you. And Quakes rookie Fatai Alashe wasn't called for a foul all game, but he got Harry Shipp pretty good on this one. We have one last stomp to show you from Week 3, but first to Red Bull Arena, where Matt Biasca's challenge on DC's Perry Kitchen looked brutal from a distance. We didn't get a replay, and no cards were issued. There was also no card from referee Alan Kelly to DC defender Bobby Boswell for this intentional off-the-ball hockey check on New York Sal Zizzo. The match finished 2-0 for the Red Bulls, but DC had a late penalty attempt in the 91st minute, and there's no doubt about it. Miasca sticks his leg out and brings down DC's Dave Yarno in the box, but Chris Pontius misses the mark on the ensuing spot kick. However, that miss may have distracted you from what happened at the top of the box just before Pontius skies it, namely Kitchen stomping on Red Bull's right back Chris Duval. Something tells me that's not the last we'll be hearing of that play this week. In the meantime, that's all from us. For our editor Abner Aceves, I'm Simon Borg. See you next time!